Hi, I'm Mark. This is my November review for Gemini Sun sign, Gemini rising. We start the month with a certain amount of disruption. We have disruption to your daily routines. So there could be rescheduling needed, could be sudden changes. You need to go with the flow, don't fight it. It's not good for business or communication either. It's not good for negotiations or discussions with people because Mercury, your ruler, is still retrograde. It's best to put things off, stall things until the 4th, because Mercury goes retrograde on the 3rd, and then things will be a lot easier on the 4th. Also on the 1st there's an aspect between Venus and Chiron, the healing planet. Now here there could be old wounds or past hurts with colleagues or friends. These could be highlighted again so that you can work with them. The idea is to let them come up, to accept them and then deal with them, work with them. Don't react to them, because if you react you'll only get into arguments with people and you'll only get upset. So just deal with them calmly, and then on the 4th when your ruler turns direct, things will be a lot better. On the 6th we have Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. This is in your 8th house. This is the house of transformation and change. So now these two planets both going forward, with Mercury going forward as well, this is really now a good time to make those changes. This is a time to invest energy. You'll feel a lot of intense energy coming up, so now you need to channel that in the right direction. You need to better yourself now. You need to better your life. You need to make things happen for you. This is a great opportunity. It's 14 days this aspect lasts, so it's a good time to really push forward. On the 9th, it'll be a great day for looking at life through different eyes, through the eyes of the soul. Your soul needs to be nurtured, it needs to grow, it needs to evolve. If you're going down the wrong path, that's not going to happen. If you keep on falling down the hole, then you're going down the wrong path. You need to change. Maybe you need to look at your career, maybe you need to look at what you do on a regular routine basis. You know, is your health, diet, exercise, is it nurturing your soul? Mind, body and spirit have to be in unison. Your relationships, are they giving your soul what it needs to grow? These are all things you need to look at on this day. It would be very useful to do that. On the 12th, Mercury moves into the 6th house and into Scorpio. So your communication, your thoughts will be more intense, with more passion and everything. So you just need to be careful you don't overdo it, because it might get you into hot water. Also on that day, Mercury makes an opposition to the Black Moon Lilith. Now here you might have negative thoughts coming up from your unconscious. You need to deal with those and let them go. Then on the 13th, it's Friday the 13th. Some people say it's an unlucky day, but for you it could be a very lucky day, because Venus makes an aspect to the nodes, and this could bring new people into your life, new exciting people who benefit you. If you're not in a relationship, it could be a time when you meet someone new. By the 14th, Mars would have moved direct. This is great because now you'll have more energy. The Sun makes a positive aspect to the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. So now we have a surge of energy. This is when you can really put those changes into action. You've got the benefit of Mars and the Sun helping Pluto and Jupiter. So now all those things you've been thinking about and planning, all those new goals you've put in place, you can now start to take action and push forward on them. On Sunday the 15th there's a new moon. New moon's in your 6th house. Now here it's a good time to look at your health and fitness, your diet, your daily routines. See where you can improve these. Probably not good to start on that day because it's a day where you may want to overindulge a little bit. But you could start on the Monday and put these new regimes into place. Also, if you have shared resources, could be good news here, because Venus squares Jupiter in the 8th house of shared resources, and so there could be some good news coming from outside, or it could be that money's coming in from outside that you didn't expect. The only thing you need to be careful about is that Venus is also square Pluto, so there's a lot of intensity. Your very feelings and emotions are very passionate, so just be careful you don't overdo things. On the 17th, you may think you're going crazy. Your mind's going to be very active. There's going to be a lot of stimulation. Your ruler Mercury opposes Uranus, who is the higher form of Mercury, and it's in the 12th house of the unconscious, so you'll have things coming through from your unconscious. It'll be hard to concentrate on a practical level. There could be insights, flashes, messages, all sorts of things that come up. You'll find it hard to sleep that night. Don't make any decisions on that day because your mind will be too scattered. You won't be able to concentrate fully. Best to stave off to the next day on the 18th, when your mind will be a lot more steady, it'll be calmer, more controlled, and then you can make any decisions you have to make. On the 19th, Venus makes an aspect to Saturn. Now Venus is weakened because she's right at the end of Libra. Saturn may impose itself on Venus. It's where you need to look at your love relationships, and there may be responsibility issues come up here. Do you have to take more responsibility, or do you need to take less responsibility and let other people do things sometimes? These are kind of issues that may come up. On the 22nd, she moves into Scorpio and become much stronger again, and a more passionate Venus here. Now you need to look at how you run your life, how your routines affect you. Can you make improvements? Can you make your life more pleasurable, more easygoing? These are things you can look at for the coming weeks with Venus in the 6th house. Also, your health and diet again, you need to be looking at that. See where you can make improvements there, all to make your life a lot easier and run a lot smoother. On the 24th, Venus, who's now in your 6th house in Scorpio, makes an opposition to the black moon in your 12th house. Now Venus and the black moon are like twins, they're very similar, they work well together. The black moon in your 12th house means that there'll be thoughts, there'll be feelings, desires, primal desires coming up from your unconscious. Now it's how you deal with these. Some of them may feel unfamiliar to you, but you need to acknowledge these. You need to find out why they're coming and what you're going to do with them. Now with Mercury trying Neptune on that day, that's a very imaginative day for you. So this could be a day when you fulfill some of your deepest fantasies, or it could be a day when you feel very uncomfortable. It depends what comes up from the unconscious, but you need to treat it carefully. You need to acknowledge it and try and look and find out where it comes from and why you're feeling like this, because these are very deeply buried, and when they come up they can be very pleasant or very unpleasant. The Sun has now moved into your 7th house of relationships and is in Sagittarius. On the 26th, it makes an aspect to Chiron in the 11th house, the healing planet. Now Chiron can shine a light on a wound or a past hurt or an imperfection you may have. This could be highlighted today, and if it is, you need to accept it. You need to realise that we're all human and we have imperfections. We're not perfect. Best thing is to accept it and then release it, let go of it. On the 27th, Venus is in your 6th house, makes an opposition to Uranus. Now here we could have unexpected changes in events. You know, it's no good planning things on this day because you may have to adjust. Unexpected things come up. Also with Venus in the 6th, you'll be looking at your health and your diet and your exercise and your routines. Now you could meet someone on this day who helps you with those, who can give you new ideas and put a fresh view on things so that you can progress on those levels. Also, it could be a day of trying something new, something a bit more exciting than you'd normally do. Between the 27th and the 30th, your ruler Mercury is very active. He's wanting you now to think about things, think about where your life's going, think about the changes you could now bring in, think about what you could do, where you want to be in 5 years' time. This is a good time to plan all these things. Mercury is very good at analysing thoughts, so you can analyse your thoughts and find out what your deepest desires are, what you want to achieve over the next few years. It's a good time for planning that, putting things into the mix so that you can come up with new ideas. On the last day of November, we have a very important day for all you Geminis. There's a full moon and it's a lunar eclipse, and it's in your sign at 8 degrees. Those of you who are born between the 26th of May and the 1st of June will feel this most acutely. The effects of this can last for 30 days or even throughout the year. Now, what's this all about then? Okay, well, if you're in touch with yourself and your intentions and your feelings match, then it could be a great day, a day of high achievement, of vitality. If you're not, if you're out of sorts and not in touch, then it could be a difficult day. It could become very tense. Your relationships will be exposed today. Feelings will surface. You won't be able to stop them, they will come to the surface. So you need to look at your relationships and what works for you. If you've got things in your life that are no longer working, then you need to say goodbye. You need to remove them from your life. It's also a time when you can reap the benefit of past actions. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video and have a great month. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave me a comment, I'll be glad to hear from you.